Hey everyone. So, I actually thought this newsletter was dropping tomorrow, but no, it dropped today. So yeah, I was not expecting that. So this video is gonna be posted pretty late today. But, yeah, posted today, which is really exciting. Because it's actually, we got this newsletter pretty quick after that other one. I will be posting some art for the 9th anniversary tomorrow. I already made it, but I want to post it on the actual anniversary. So, yeah, as we can see here, Undertale / Deltarune 9th anniversary newsletter. Our first little animation here is Toriel with a birthday cake. Happy 9th anniversary to Undertale. Just the 9999 damn is right. That means it's been 9 years since the 8th anniversary and 99 years since the game came out. Here's to another 99999999999 years. So that would be, how many years would that be? Let me see. That would be exactly 9,999,999,999 years. Oh, we got another Papyrus interview. Interview. Sans. What do you think about the number 9? Let's look at the interview. 9's okay, but I kind of feel bad for how it ended up, 7 ate it. I can't do voices, so I'm just gonna read this. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, at least that's what the theorists are saying. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe that 7, 8, 9. 7 is supposed to be the cool number. They would never do that. It's just a pun, Papyrus. 7, 8, 9, like the real number series? Ah, I see. A pun. That explains my bizarre lack of amusement. Well, what about the counterpun, 5, 6, 7? If 7 is some kind of cool dog or a wolf, and 5, 6, 7 on 9, wouldn't that mean that 5 is the real culprit? An irresponsible dog owner? And that 7 was just, I don't know what that word is. It's a misled anti-hero? If 7 loved 5, maybe they were just doing what they felt like they had to do. No, 7 was weak. Duty is no reason to harm another. Numbers are stupid. I'll wreck them all. Get out of here, math. I like numbers. Don't worry, Alphys. I'll leave 0 and 1. That way you can do nerd stuff. So, 111, 1000, 1001. Wait, I'm not that good at reading binary. So, if these are just numbers, it would be 1, 2, so 3, so 7, 7, 8, 9. So 7, 8, 9. And what does Papyrus say? Like I said, I'm not good at reading binary. Oh, Papyrus says actual binary letters, I think. Yeah, I can only read binary numbers, not binary letters. So see how... So for the first one, I can tell you guys how to read binary numbers. The first digit, which is the digit all the way on the left, since that's 1, that means that's 1 there. Then the next one next to it, going towards the right, since there's a 1 there, that means it's 2, so 1 plus 2 is 3. And then the one to the last one to the right is 4. And then over here we see that there's 0 all through there, but there's 1 in the 4th slot, which would mean 8, and then same with the 9 here, there's 1 in the first slot, which means 1, and then 1 in the last slot, which means 8. So it's 9. Yeah, it's honestly pretty easy to read binary numbers, but I don't know what Papyrus is saying. Probably could watch another video about the newsletter to figure that out, or put it through a translator, yourself. Anyways, continuing on. Let's step back a sec. Even if 7 is a misled anti-hero, is -7 a villain who thinks he's good? No, you're starting with the wrong premise. We need to go from the motivation, count. So, -9, -8, -7. This time -9, -8, -7. So they spit them out? Well, if eating makes food go away, perhaps negative eating is cooking? After all, making food and eating food add up to nothing. Sorry about that. Not in my brother's case. Eating any food seems to generate hamburger wrappers and peanut shells. Okay, so for it to be the opposite of eating, negative eating is cooking. That also deletes trash. Maybe the trash is the thing that gets cooked. That use it up. Cooking disgusting garbage. Aha, it's just like when my brother makes food. So I'm following this formula. -7 is Papyrus, who had Sans. -9. Cook for him? What? I'm the villain? Maybe you seem like an enemy, but you're actually a good guy. What? Why would I ever be an enemy? This was a very weird potluck. By the by, does anyone else want a 9th serving of escargot served in the shape of a 9? Yeah, because snails. Does anyone want a 1st serving of vegetarian stargazy pie? Please don't eat the spaghetti. It's still congealing. Okay. Yeah, seems normal to me. Alright, and let's go back to the main newsletter. 9th anniversary kitchen set. This is my live reaction, by the way. It has nothing to do with the number 9, but this year, Fangamer is putting out a special line of kitchen-related products. They made a special video to promote it. Let's watch the video, or at least see if I can watch the video. Shaker is approaching. Alright. Well, you can use it every day. Item explanation. We have a Toriel pie tin, papyrus plate, a Sans glass, a annoying dog mug, and then a Toriel cooking mitt, and one of the things that grabs the pots when it's too hot, or you set it on top of a hot pad, I think. You asked for this. You can now get your own weird yet cute Toriel to use as an oven mitt. She's a bit flat, but apparently stuffing her snout with more fluff would have increased her flammability. Feel free to use her as a puppet. Actually, that might be her best use. Seriously, we looked at another company's character head as an oven mitt product, and it actually isn't legally an oven mitt, because it's too flammable. That's right. Fill up the mug with milk or another opaque liquid, drink it, and it reveals and reveal the dog sitting inside. This was another request from me. I had a similar cup as a child. It had some sort of creature at the bottom, and you wouldn't get to see it until you drink almost everything. Try serving hot chocolate or something to people that have never seen it before. Or use the hidden dog as a motivator to get someone to drink some terrible medicine. Since it's not that clear if the dog has any concept of good or evil, it is unaware of the effects caused when it is used in this way. Alternatively, you can fill it up with one of those chocolate cakes that's supposed to look like dirt and excavate the dog with small spoons. Then you can bury it again. With this plate, you can imagine you're the customer at an exclusive Papyrus collaboration cafe. I'm not sure if the food would actually taste good. Certain parts are transparent, so different liquids turn his eye different colors. Oh, that's cool. As a result, if you make anything other than blue lemonade, he's basically going to turn into an AU version of Sans. Well, no, if you put orange juice in there, then it'd be fine. Because you know how the eye flips between blue and either yellow or orange, can't really tell. I think it's like yellowy orange. As a result, so please be responsible. Yeah, it doesn't have to be blue. I feel like, yeah. It's the perfect dish to make your favorite dessert. Reader, you know I'm talking about talking about butterscotch pie. It would be so delicious. Won't you make some for us? What a cute apron. It's easy to see what's appealing about it. Huh, what did you say, reader? Yeah, it looks like the Triforce. Guess I should have expected that from a lower tier subscriber. And coming later, Sans and Papyrus salt and pepper shakers. They will be available in 2025. The idea was suggested by Everdrayed, S&P. Naming-wise, it's kind of perfect. Anyways, you might already have salt and pepper shakers. So how about using them for other types of powders? For example, ketchup chip flavoring powder for some Canadian factory, or powdered milk, or bone meal. The list of great ideas goes on. Look at the animation. Deltarune progress update. Last time I explained everything left required to release Chapter 3 and 4. If you missed it, the information is here, and there's a link there. By the way, regarding testing Chapter 1 and 2 with the new Game Maker function, we are waiting on the Game Maker team to help out with some issues we've been having. It will take a little longer, but when things are ready, we'll let everyone know on the official Undertale Twitter. It's only been a month. I'm writing this on September 3rd. But let's quickly review what has been done in that time. Chapter 3. Oh, look at those, what is that? What is that? It's very hard to see, but, what is that? I got Chris and Susie there, standing on what looks to be a dock, maybe? As mentioned before, Chapter 3's main content was completed a while ago. Chapter 3's Japanese translation is currently in the checking phase. 8.4 Localization Company is going through the game carefully to determine that all of the lines display correctly in Japanese. This process should be completed by the beginning of October. We're hoping to begin professional testing of the PC version in mid-October. Chapter 4. Oh, look at Noelle. Okay, let's see what's behind her. It looks like a bunch of presents? yeah, looks like a bunch of presents, because we got that big present. We got a few presents actually right behind her. Got her holding a flashlight. Looks like she's scared of something, maybe. She's holding a flashlight kind of like how you would if you're telling a scary story, but also if you're scared of someone telling a scary story, which kind of seems more like her character than being the one to tell the scary story. And then looks like either more presents. It looks like there's a sock puppet on top of it. It looks like it's either more presents or like a dresser thing. We met our internal deadline to complete Chapter 3 and 4's main content, which was September 1st. With that, Chapter 4's PC version is essentially complete, minus some bug fixes and the Japanese localization. As a preliminary pass of Chapter 4's translation is now being worked on, I expect this first pass will be finished at the time we send out our next newsletter. After that would come additional passes and then checking, like Chapter 3 is undergoing now. By the way, some more people were able to play Chapter 4. I've seen people play it 6 times now. Everyone liked it. Watching it now, it feels really complete. Chapter 5. There's a balloon there. It's blue. I wonder what that means. Anyone not working on localization, console porting, or fixes is now working on Chapter 5. This will be the main focus for us moving forward. I'm really excited to see this chapter get made. Overall, regarding Chapter 3 and 4's development, I have personally completed everything I can actively do for it. Now, all I can do is wait for localization and testing. Getting to this point, then having to wait. It feels like I'm strapped to a chair with delicious food just out of my reach. But they exist. Chapter 3 and 4 are real. It's just a matter of time. Oh, look at that little guy trying to climb up some, what's up here to be stairs, I think. It's a little cup that we saw in a previous newsletter. It's either stairs or shelves or maybe a ladder type thing. Can't really tell. But yeah, it looks like a little solo cup or a cat or something. Deltarune Chapter 2, concept art and unused music. Although it's technically Undertale's anniversary, I consider this day to be a celebration of Deltarune as well. Sorry guys, you have to share a birthday party this year. Since it's been a while since Chapter 2's release, please allow me to share some materials from its development. I hope you enjoy it. Unseen Chapter 2 concept art. Let's look at it. Very early concept. Okay, got what looks like a jack-in-the-box. Mouse. Cat. Most NPC will be mask face electrical socket. Comes out of the wall socket. Kind of brainish. Fire zap out of mouth. Advance. Pulls itself out of socket grotesquely. One is handsome, possibly NPC or has spear. Light switchbird. Glows depending if light is on or off. Fan Tessie. Appears in background for boring design. Could maybe be an NPC. Plug guy. This design sucks. What kind of animal or monster can be plug themed? Plug-icore, like manticore? But plug? Its face is a shock. He can't see blink. He just uses his satellite eyes to... Oh, he can't see... Alright, I see what it says there. Now, I'm still debating whether I want to swear on my channel or not, so I'm just not gonna, but he can't see crap. He just uses his satellite eyes to watch TV inside his brain all the time. This is one of the first images I drew while brainstorming concepts for the chapter. From the beginning, I wanted the enemies to have... I knew I wanted enemies to have I knew I wanted to have enemies with electrical sockets for faces. This idea is so good that the new Mario and Luigi game is also doing it. These are just sketches and not real designs, so none of them got used. I really like the plug guy drawing though. Mad Mailer? Teeth center line rotates a bit. These guys are a little odd. Mouse. These ideas proceed or these ideas, I'm just gonna say predate Virocon, Spamton, and Mouse. Alright, I see how the top one, like the one on the left, right could be Virocon, and I guess Mad Mailer has some of Spamton's elements, and then there's a mouse. Ultimately, they were not used because their existence conflicted with those characters. Seems like Mad Mailer's tie would have been prehensile? I mean, alright. Not sure what the top thing is supposed to be. Kirby enemy? Fan Buzzmite. Iridescent? Loves peace and quiet, but is really nosy. Cooling things. Flying. Attacks. The large four-pronged wheel. Small four-pronged wheel. Repels flame attacks. Alt. Having hands lol. Alright. Flying enemy character inspired by a computer fan. Kinda cramped in here, but pick what you'd like. This was created before Chapter 1. The character is merely a placeholder concept and not intended to be an actual character. It's just an example of how we could use the shop visual real estate to have a cool character. This ended up being used for rules in Chapter 1. I think that's pretty obvious. Kinda cramped in here, but pick what you'd like. Kinda like this top one. Maybe the shopkeeper could be some sort of cool cyber robot. I never designed his body or thought anything past this. Queen. Those top ones are a little disturbing. Just so you know, because I don't have a face cam, or a mouse, I'm looking at the one in the middle with the eyes open with the bottom lashes when I said that. Alright, some different designs. Oh, these few at the bottom. Frick. I just designed have no idea what that was. Punch mascot. Oh, we got some sprites in here too. Oh, purple and green. White and blue. Alright, yeah. Took me a very long time to figure out Queen's design. I wanted her to look intimidating and cool. Inspirations included Hexadecimal from Reboot, the Alien Queen from Alien, Power Rangers Bad Guys, and Rose Master from Cucumber Quest. I wanted her head shape to be unique so it wouldn't overlap with these other existing characters too much. But it was difficult. As you will see, of various people, I am the best. Oh, that would be terrible. Anything but that, referring to that which I actually like. I have become total cyber, 100% cyber. Do not mess with women that have rainbow eyes. Gets rainbow eyes. Error. I'm just gonna say dang because, like I said, I'm not sure whether or not I want to swear on this channel yet. Error. Dang not found. Cannot give it. There was a pathfinding error involving the part that makes me care. Dang, this situation bites. You could say it megabytes. I didn't ask you. Smell Rossi. Haha, it's funny. It's funny. If any employees from the ratings board are present, please calm yourselves. This beverage is not alcohol. It is merely concentrated electricity. What does it taste like? Like it makes you. I'm afraid we have reached another juncture where we may be forced to admit that I am the best. A great person once said, "Only a fool dies in vain. A wise man becomes a mind servant." Who said that? Me. You will be completely annihilated. Run, wahoo, exe. Wahoo. Something music plays. You forgot the first rule of robotics. Robots never tell the truth. Birdly. There's only one way to beat the queen. She told me her weakness. Why would she do that? She thought it would be funny? Silhouette. Well, yeah, that's definitely silhouette. My fashion sense increases proportion to my power. I am everybody's ex-wife. After I began writing her dialogue, she shifted into being more of a humorous character. I decided to reflect this in her design. Silhouette. Realizing simple might be best. Size. Alt lashes. EXP. Alt lash 2. Initially, I was trying to draw her sprite with the head facing straight on, but it was ultimately lacking in personality. Here are some last-ditch attempts at a different head shape. I thought a handkerchief-like head shape with giant hoop earrings would make her seem more like a crazy aunt / crazy mom type character. I still don't dislike it. In the end, though, simple is best and easiest to draw. Enemies. Viro. So yeah, it ended on Viro. Nothing fits a computer virus better than a small imp or devil creature. Creation was trial and error. Electrodasher. Can run at you, obviously. Either fires light beams from its headlights that you have to stay within, or makes a camera clicking noise and fires a wave of bullets. The bullets could be hoops you can only go in the middle of, or just Alt. Personality. He loved to go fast. His eyes are secretly a camera. You could pose for the camera or slow him down, or outrace him. Originally, the cars would have been fightable. I still like the poses. By the way, the car with legs is inspired by a default 3D model from Mario Artist Polygon Studio. That's interesting. I mean, it actually is pretty interesting. I'm not good with tone sometimes. Felt like I had to say that because it is pretty interesting. It genuinely is, but the way I said it at first made it seem like I was being sarcastic. And yeah, let's just continue. Task. Defeat it by petting it / praising it and overloading its senses. Task became overloaded. Task stopped responding. Okay, that's pretty clever. Eyes go back and forth like a cat clock. Overloaded, tail turns into an hourglass. Oh, the tail being an hourglass. That's actually pretty funny. Sorry about me moving around. I'm getting into a more comfortable position. Don't know what task looks like, but I don't know what task looks like, the task manager, but you should put them inside a Seyfried and Roy outfit and possibly some kind of mask. Task manager commands the tasks. can command them to do various things like stand on their hind legs and beg/tackle/roar. When they change poses, they do a cute little head wobble. Their head is pinned on and can rotate in place. Originally, Task was going to be called Task and be a lion, Tusk. It would have been controlled by a lion tamer. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good concept. Task, who eventually became Task Manager. That's why she has a whip. See, there's a good reason for it. I like the idea of their tails being a pointer, which turns into an hourglass when they get overwhelmed. The idea of petting something so much it gets overstimulated comes from a childhood memory of mine. We went over to my cousin's house and they had an Abo robot dog toy. Me and my brothers all pet it at the same time and my cousin was like, "Stop, you're killing it." That was a nice memory. Enters on face, then they grow. Alt, it comes from the ceiling and stays stuck there. Energy flowing. Plug. Scared and cowering, turns up. Around this big. This is real small concept art. Transforms into this. It comes from the ceiling and stays stuck there. About this big. Energy flowing. Enters on face, then they grow. Idle. Ears twitch occasionally like bug wings or something. Arms loosely swing back and forth. Legs don't move. Fur affected by wing. Notes that if plug is going to the top of the screen, it is annoying to draw or logically dealt with. They can get absorbed into a face mask and make it look like they have a nose. Attack. Points forward with arm. It flashes. Hand shoots out and spreads bullets. Spared. Hurt. Flying. Legs perspective pulled back. Attack 1A. During attack has a 50-50 random chance to do attack A or attack B. Attack A fires a laser that aims directly towards where the heart was when the hand moves into its position for the laser. It doesn't update as the heart moves, and 2 more lasers offset from that by a number of degrees. At first, 3 to 4 lasers in each volley. The laser moves fairly quickly and fades out after it exists long enough to have passed by the left/bottom side of the box. This laser firing doesn't take long and gives it at least 1 more chance to fire more lasers or use attack 1B before the turn ends. We'll keep using attacks 1A, 1B/1B randomly until its turn runs out. Attack 1B. Holds up arms and they flash, then swings its arms, causing a wave of sparks to accelerate in a variety of directions. They do not necessarily aim towards the heart, and while they are spread out at a steady angle intervals, maybe like 8 sparks separated by 8 degrees each, the initial angle is also randomized by the same amount of degrees, so it's different each time. This attack is quick. If they choose to do this attack, they can do it about 3 times before the turn runs out. It takes less time than the laser. Let's look at this. 2. Moves in wide oval and slowly as it rains sparks. 1 flies to position. 2 moves in wide oval as it rains sparks. Independent vertical sign pattern makes it bob up and down. Box is lower than normal. Attack 2. Can only use when it's alone. Wire will float above the box and rain down sparks. Okay, so this is where the name was figured out, wire. wire moves directly above the box and moves in a sign pattern above the box before being pulled back to its position when their turn timer runs out. The sparks come from the center of the wire and are generated rapidly. They start slowly and have vertical gravity and slightly random horizontal speed. And that's an attack, the spark one. Yeah, attack B. Jiggle animation for jiggling the cord. Susie and Rossi have similar ones too. Act. When you choose to throw slash so that Susie throws Chris, a weak point appears on the plug and moves up and down. Missing the weak point but hitting the wire does 100% mercy rating, allows to be spared, but does not spare the enemy. Hitting the X caused the enemy to be spared instantly. Chris ready to be thrown, held by Susie. Angle changes based on direction thrown, does hit slash slash animation upon hitting. Details on how the plug enemy works. Originally, I imagined Queen controlling various characters using plugs, as seen in some of the very early concept art. However, I ended up restricting this idea to mostly one character. I wasn't sure if the wires should attach to the top screen or shrunk into a nose. I reused the wireless idea with wire. Am I allowed to be proud of this design, though? NPCs / existing characters sprites concepts. Keyboard key. Or have you seen my cousin? Or have you seen my cousin? Wait, no, it's have you seen my cousin? Keyboard key. Addison. Another day, another deal. Every day is a great deal. All for the low price of 1,000 kroner dollars. Printor. Newbert. I'm Newbert. Everybody loves me. That's why I live in the trash. Swatch. Queen's personal butler. Swatch. Why is the top one just him with no hair and a wide open mouth? Anyways, Queen's personal butler. Swatch. Various muscular bodies in the BG, but can't see heads for some reason. Welcome, young maskers. How will we serve you? How may we serve you? Or maybe they're just big buff swatches, but with only one color each. Swatchling / buttlord has only one attack. Color determines the attack. Maybe sparing also has to do with color. Aristocrat era. Newbert's moving up in the world. Yes, I do think that suits you. Yes, exactly, my queen. Send error report. Table full of these, yes, men, guys. Couldn't agree more. Yes, exactly what the queen is thinking. Perfect. Send error report. What shall we do? I am Mouse Million. I stand leagues and inches above all the other mice. Only Newbert remains above me yet still. Various NPCs, most of them were directly included in the chapter. The Addison's designs were created in relation to Spamton, so in the end, the in-game versions look even more similar to this concept art. Sorry, I might be a little sick right now. Oh, this video is going to be so long. I just looked at how long the recording was so far. This is kind of more like a video essay now, I guess. I mean, not really, but looking back at the recording, I've been recording for already 40 minutes. Longest video yet. Printer was... he could play? I just thought, there's too many NPCs already. That was the printer-based song. It was definitely a song. Definitely a printer. Swatch's initial art. What was going on there? By the way, I'm pretty sure his overworld sprite was based off of my concept art instead of Gigi's redrawn version, so that's why it looked a bit off in the cafe. Did I really just draw all this stuff directly without any sketches? Oh, Birdly. Let's look at this. So we got some pen drawing of him. Yeah, actually a pretty good drawing. Floats. Outfit, okay, looks like the outfit simplifies is the one that ended up being used. Needed poses. Pose. Smugly explaining how great he is. Alright then. Smug pose. Makes the green laser halberd. Later gets dejected and loses armor. Doesn't look like that ever happened. Gets defeated like... I don't know what that says. Chess drew the original concept for Birdley's Dark World outfit, so there it is in the top left. She drew the original sprite too. I simplified it slightly by removing the cape. That sad Birdley in the bottom left is so good. Yeah. Here's a little turnaround. Got facing forward, facing side, yeah. Sad, mad. Possibly with head down more. Mad. Oh, that, okay. Oh, I clicked it somehow, I think. Okay. Shocked. No! Or actually... No! I think like I said, I'm not the best at voice acting these characters, but in my head, I just want to voice act them, so when I'm reading their dialogue, you might hear me voice acting them a little bit, but it's just like a little smidge, just a little bit. Okay, I've got Susie, I think, yeah, it's like Susie, got what I can only assume is Chris, and we got Ralsei, yeah, this concept art, and then just Noelle choking him out. That's funny. It's actually one of the funniest scenes, to be honest. At least in my opinion. Oh, them jumping into the dark world. Cool land on the ground, hard for me to draw, but remember the cape hair will still be up when that happens, and the cape hair will flutter down and settle, then they get up. Okay. Just edit all the dog sprites so that they look like they're in jail like this. They ran out of prison hats and have to wear berets. Even Greater Dog is here. Doggo wears sunglasses and his tank top has depression. It just seems like he thought crime was a game. Remorseless chances of rehabilitation are slim. Officer Blook. Need for turnaround and lie down pose. Toriel in pajamas. Ignore. Fits with palette of area. Glow? Splat noise as he gets stepped on. Reference for various poses. Splendid Lands Art. My friend Samanthiel, aka Splendid Land, did a ton of concept art for Chapter 2. Sadly, I couldn't use it all because many of the concepts didn't end up aligning with my final vision for the game, but the designs themselves are super amazing. I'm thankful I got to use many of them. Specifically, sorry about how hard it is for me to pronounce things. It's just pretty late. It's almost 10 o'clock for me right now, which, I mean, isn't pretty late. I've stayed up much later, but just a bit tired right now. I really wanted to use the paint enemy as a mini-boss since I thought it would be a really fun mechanic. Below were her notes on all of them. She also provided ideas on how she thought they could be used. Can already see the final design of this guy. It's this one in the top right corner. Despite my appearance, I am totally incapable of saving your game. Got some pop-ups over here, and then a red square for some reason. These are, I mean, alright. Oma Warroid, snooping as usual, spotted, battle pose, chasing after criminals, you, spareable. So instead of police, it's now ambulance, or ambulance. Pop-up, waiting, I'll get to see you soon. Look at me, I'm jumping out. Welcome, I live here. Tell me the funny numbers on your mom's credit card to get a prize. I was given a broad theme of cyber world and told pretty much to design whatever I wanted, expecting only a handful to make it in. I made all of these within a couple of days, just making whatever came out of my mind. So yeah, ambulance, pop-ups, and the green cursor guy were basically unchanged, to be honest. One hacker guy, I don't know what their name is, wants to discover the secrets of the world and has special abilities, though they aren't aware of them. Hacks by randomly smashing keys and even swinging their mouse around in the air could keep escalating in silly ways. Handsome face. That did. I mean, I wouldn't call that face handsome, but okay. When they stand over a spot that can be hacked into, their cursor-shaped head turns into a pointing finger. They don't notice this change, so it's up to you, the player, to help them. Okay, the design was changed a bit. Oh, I forgot the name. You know, this guy right here. I forgot the name. You know, like it's right there in my head. 4, hehehe, or hehe. 5, funny egg. Their body contains a virtual pet. Can the fate of this pet be altered? Maybe not. He has an existential crisis if the pet dies, and their body is a battleground of life and death. 6, broken image. Their life is in ruins. 7, recycle bin. 8, trash fly. Represents uncollected garbage data. 9, kiss. 10, painter. Would basically be like Adeline, but with crude MS Paint effects, especially the airbrush. 11. Diskette spins in place until talked to. Despite my looks, I am totally unable to save your progress. These guys are interesting. 10. Some kind of internet thing, I don't know. 13. I mean, not 10, 12. Data. Little icon-like creatures who march onwards with unknown purpose. They take part in the festival. What festival? 14. Pop-up. Pop-up hides underneath a tile and springs upwards annoyingly. Touching its forehead makes it return underground temporarily. A pest. 15. Virus. Its head sways back and forth and it tries to hover in the air. Or it tries to hover in the air. 16. Antivirus. Is it a cop or a doctor? Maybe they see you as an enemy as you're an outsider. 17. Corrupted data or something. Or data. 18. Cyberworld. A rough vision of what a world inside a computer could look like. 19. Cyberhouse. 20. Masked dancers. They participate in the festival. Each color has a different movement pattern and dance style. Very rough concept. What is the festival? Chess. Oh, look at little Noel in the corner. Concept art of Birdley's Armor's designs in the Dark World by Chess. That Noel is really cute also. Yeah, it really is. Chess also drew Birdley's original Dark World sprite and provided an option for his Dark World outfit to just be him with an extra shirt pocket. That would be funny. Temmie. Oh. Temmie's concept art of Queen's Chair. You can see her weird old head here as well. There, that's a good chunk of the most interesting concept art. Perhaps in the future I can show you the messy leftovers that aren't included here. Thanks for looking. Unused music. Let's look at that. Creating music can be a useful way of figure out the identity and tone of a boss or a scene. However, ideas and characters change, and those initial listen to that whole thing, but to be honest, it seems like a pretty good song. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to the whole thing since I'm not sure if it could be copyright claimed. I'm not sure if they would even care for a channel as small as mine, but also I don't want to make this video longer than it already is. So let's just continue. After creating Undertale, one of my goals for Deltarune was for players to finally be able to challenge a real version of Mettaton Neo that didn't just end in one turn. For that purpose, I actually created a few music mock-ups that are extended versions of Power of Neo. There's even another one from 2018, lol. Unfortunately, try I might, I could never create a full-length version of the song that I was satisfied with. Eventually, the boss concept evolved into Spampton, and with that, the music changed as well. I still like the last half of the song. The guitar section was inspired by Brandish's song Ending too. All of it is pretty placeholder. All of it is pretty placeholder though. It's still fun to imagine fighting something like this, though if I was given another opportunity to extend Power of Neo, I would probably do something different. Power of Spirit. Alright. Also, I will mention that the little animation of the annoying dog playing the piano is adorable. Continuing on, unfinished tracks. The drums are especially placeholder. Once Spamton's presence in the Neo battle becomes solidified, I realized the original track wouldn't fit anymore, so I tried to work in some more sinister and creepy feelings. That idea became this. The two tracks are nearly identical, but the newer version has different drums and more elements of Spamton's theme in the intro. Alright, I can kind of get the gist of that one. One second, gotta plug my phone in because it's almost dead. Alright, so, I will say that one definitely does sound like Hey Every. Yeah. Apparently, this was the first concept I came up with for Spamton's battle theme. To be honest, I have absolutely no memory of this. When I found it in my files, I was quite surprised. Maybe Spamton made it himself. But, by the way, originally I was planning to have Spamton's intro song, Hey Every, also be his shop theme. It was planned that it would slowly drop in pitch the longer you stayed in the shop until it was unrecognizable. But other ones, though, I'm not going to listen to it fully, because this video is already an hour long. Yay. That's going to take so long to export. The song that plays when Giga Queen first appears is actually a slowed down version of the original battle song I had created for her. Though the instruments are a placeholder, I actually think this song isn't half bad. Just, it didn't really sound like a boxing match. After I created the Thrash Machine power-up sequence beforehand, I decided to make the song. I decided to instead make the song so that Castle Town. Okay. Originally, I wanted the Castle Town to sound very upbeat, but something about it reminded me of, like, that one Gotti song. The melody of the initial parts ended up being a bit too repetitive for me. I really like how the song sounds from, the timestamp. I actually showed this one before, but the truth is that I just want to say, imagine if that had come out instead of Attack of the Killer Queen. Just imagine, because we all know how infamous as a meme song Attack of the Killer Queen became. The Mr. Beast, like that thing, and we all know how infamous of a song that became. So just imagine if this had come out instead. I think this is my favorite of the unfinished tracks. At least, it's the one I listened to the most when I was working on the game. Back when Queen looked more intimidating, I wanted to use this as her boss theme. Personally, I still really like it, and I even wanted to try to use it for Birdley's battle instead, but the issue was that it didn't match either of the theme melodies I had already created for those characters. Bizarrely, I've seemed to have made this after already making her theme song, as it... Okay, except for that little end bit, it does sound pretty finished. Okay, that's the end of this little section. Conclusion. Thank you very much to everyone still reading these letters. These letters are happy to still be read. Are you happy reading them? Here's a letter. It's not this letter, but you can still read it. But did it make you happy to read it? See you this year and next year. Bye-bye. Oh, there's a little, I was about to say butterscotch pie, but no, that's the cake Toriel was holding earlier with the little candle in it. So overall, that was a very nice newsletter, and now I won't talk for too long after this one like I did last one because this video is already so long. What does this lead to? Oh, it's a actual letter. Okay. My best friend's favorite number is 9. It's because there isn't a number that's higher. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 99, 999, 9,999. If everything gets high enough, you'll become invincible. Nothing can hurt you anymore. Nothing can hurt anyone anymore. But isn't it scary to think there's a highest number? That if you made 99 good memories, you couldn't hold any more. So I don't like the keep count of the flowers we pick, or the times that they laugh, or how many scary faces they make. I just hope we'll be friends for 999 more years. That's a nice little letter. It didn't exactly make me happy to read it, but it did, I guess, because I'm making a video about it, so it makes me happy that Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 are almost ready to be released. It makes me happy that these newsletters exist so we can get this information. So yeah, it did make me happy to read it. So yeah, that's kind of the end. So not gonna do as much talking as I did last time, but yeah, I'm happy that this newsletter came out so early, to be honest, compared to the other ones. Came out very quickly after that other one. Yeah, I just gotta end this video pretty quickly, because this video is, or at least from right now, an hour and 8 minutes and 40 seconds long. That's a really long video. So yeah, thank you to anyone who made it to the end here. And yeah, that's really all I want to say, because I don't really know if anyone's gonna make it to the end. So thank you to anyone who did, and if you're really that determined, then I just realized what I did there. Then if you want to listen to the rest of those songs that I did not play fully on here, then go read the newsletter yourself. I'm on Safari reading it on the archives website, on the archive newsletter website, because it hasn't been sent to me yet. So yeah, yeah, that's that, I guess. Yeah, don't really have anything else to say. Bye-bye.